Busy modern-day Britain is full of families struggling to find time for each other. But could sharing a once-in-a-lifetime experience solve their problems? 4 families have travelled to Japan to immerse themselves in the ancient culture and learn karate, a traditional martial art that teaches discipline and respect. But will the intense training regime bring them closer together?
This is one of the first things that I've done with my dad.
I love my dad loads.
It's everything you can want from a kid.
Or will the gruelling challenges force them further apart?
You've got to communicate, that's part of respect.
I know, but you're always going on about it.
This is gonna be tough.
The karate you're about to see is performed under the supervision of expert martial artists and should never be attempted at home. So there. 3 weeks ago, 4 British families flew to the Japanese island of Okinawa to learn the martial art karate. They've undergone intensive training and have impressed their teachers. But tonight, they face one final challenge: the kata battle. This is an all-out contest to find out which family has the strongest bond. But how will the senseis decide the winner? In their pairs, the families will perform a routine called a kata. Allow the Grand Master to demonstrate. Each family pair will attempt this routine in unison. The senseis will judge them on how well they perform it together and their ability to work as a team. So, who will win the battle? To answer that question, we need to start at the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a world-famous karate master called Morio Higaonna.
He's like a rock. He's stronger than anyone I've ever met.
He agreed to help 4 families grow closer together by teaching them karate. You see, karate is about respect and commitment, exactly what they needed to improve their relationships.
Come on, Daddy!
But the Grand Master wasn't going to make it easy.
You will have just under 3 weeks before you will partake in a belt grading. If you are successful, you will have the privilege to partake in the World Karate Championships.
It was a tall order for 8 complete karate novices.
We're desperate to go to the World Championships after suffering so much pain.
Yeah.
And the senseis were hard to please.
It's a very special opportunity, and I don't think anyone's taking it seriously. World Championships, the world will be watching.
When it came to the crunch, only the kids and one of our adults made it. They gave the performance of their lives. And everyone grew closer through the experience.
We train together, sweat together, teamwork important.
But it takes more than a few hugs to satisfy the Grand Master. He wanted to see if the families had really changed.
You will face your most important challenge yet, the kata battle. You will perform in unison against the other families.
Whoever wins the contest will become lifelong members of the Grand Master's dojo, their names carved above his door for eternity. It's the morning of the kata battle. The families are all desperate to win and prove they are close enough to perfect the routine.
Left kick. Elbow.
It's going to come down to who has the best attitude or gives it all they've got. Anyone can win at this stage.
So, how are they doing? Brent Sensei is on his way to find out.
Okay,
First stop, Chloe and Sandra, who've been bickering as usual all morning.
Well, if you're going to clap for yourself, do it by yourself. So let me
No,
clap in
you
my
gradually
head.
stop. That's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it to help you. Mum's doing all right. Not great. I'd love to win tonight so badly because I'm very competitive.
But to win the Carter battle, they're going to need to work on their communication skills. Chloe was very clear about why she bought her mum.
Mum's really dowdy and boring.
And since they arrived, they've squabbled like geese.
No, it's natural for me to get moody sometimes.
Chloe is the best at karate,
I'm gonna win.
but the Grandmaster doesn't like her attitude. Winning the final challenge is all down to Chloe. She needs to coach her mum, but so far she's hardly lifted a finger.
You could have helped your mum more. That's a sign of a weak spirit, yeah?
It's hard teaching your own mum.
Take this on board, make yourself a better person.
Will they put their differences aside? Or will Chloe give up on her mum?
How's teaching your mum?
It's all right. I'm being very patient, not giving up on her.
That's the first step.
I am still getting a little bit frustrated, but I'm not showing it. Just carry on. I'm trying to be, like, have a more strong spirit, as in be more patient with my mum and not to fall out of her.
Good luck.
Thank you.
If these two can keep a truce until nightfall, they might just
Thank
find
you.
themselves the winners. Down by the sea, it's a different story. As the only pair to both get their yellow belts, Joe and Phoebe look like the perfect combination.
I think we're really, really confident that we're going to win this. Hi. Hi.
Mentally, we're there. Physically, we're tuned into each other. We've got the same rhythm. Seems to just be happening.
Hi.
The Carter battle is theirs for the taking, but it wasn't always like this. Phoebe brought her dad to Japan for one particular reason.
He is like one big kid. It would be great if my dad came back more like an adult.
Things didn't start very well.
You look absolutely ridiculous.
What are you touching us?
But as the training got tougher, Joe rose to the challenge.
I still want to be a joker and a kid, but at the same time, I want to be a dad too.
And when it mattered most, he was there for Phoebe.
Phoebe realises that's all about her.
Joe has finally started to act his age and was the only adult to gain a yellow belt and perform at the World Tournament. Can the most qualified pair conquer the Carter? Or will Joe shirk the responsibility?
From what I've seen, it looked like you were growing stronger together on this journey.
We think we're going to win. We've kind of succeeded in quite a few things. So I think it's kind of motivated us just to get the last prize, just to be the best.
We've got to be prepared, or if we're not prepared, then we're going to be prepared to fail. Are we going to do it, Phoebes?
Hi!
Hey!
Hi!
Hey!
Oh, hi.
Over in the woods, Mikey and Mark are struggling. But at least they're having fun together at last.
I'm enjoying this because it's one of the first things that I've done with my dad. Like, this music's the only thing we have in common.
Write them off at your peril. They've never had such a close connection. Things didn't start well for these two, who hardly knew each other.
I don't get to see him that often.
The last time I spent some time with Mikey was 7 years ago.
Mark could have made more of an effort with his son and with his karate.
Mark, remember to be more passionate.
And Mikey followed his dad's lead.
Mike.
They struggled to bond and failed at every challenge.
Wrong move! You're out!
No, you're doing it all the time.
Out!
No!
But all they really needed was to spend some time together.
It's really, over the last few days, we've really got into hugging and bonding, and it's fantastic, actually.
They turned their relationship round, and Mikey turned round his karate.
I'm going to put absolutely 100% effort into this.
Will they fail again? Or will their newfound bond give them the edge?
How do you think you guys are doing?
We know the moves. It's just...
We're getting the unison, aren't we?
Yeah,
We're getting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to know my dad better, and I want to win something with my dad, because I haven't won anything with my dad yet. And this is the big one.
I'd like to see Mikey help his dad step up and win.
Good luck.
Well, if Brent Sensei thinks they can do it, who am I to argue? If Paul and Jed are going to win tonight, Jed needs to get his dad up to speed.
I really want to get this cat right in my dad, because my dad hasn't won anything yet.
3 weeks ago, Paul would never have thought that Jed would be the one to lead the way. The ballet dancer came to Japan with a point to prove to his boxer dad.
My dad don't think you have to be sporty to do dancing, but I've proven wrong.
And he didn't waste any time.
Thank you, Dad!
Jed excelled in the karate challenges,
Yes, I got another one.
while Paul lagged behind.
I think I'll let him down a bit.
The more Jed succeeded, the closer they grew together.
Okay.
I love my dad loads.
But Paul couldn't keep up with his son.
You're out.
I've let him down every single challenge so far.
Can they win the kata battle?
Naturally, we've probably got the best relationship, and hopefully that'll shine out.
Or will Paul disappoint Jed again?
I think we're working really well together, because I think we've got quite a strong bond.
And he's teaching me as if he was teaching me dancing. If that gets me through, hats off to you, boy, I'll tell you.
Well, they reckon they're in with a good chance, but what does Brent think?
Paul still doesn't seem to be treating karate itself with respect. He's talking about it as a bunch of dance moves, which is funny.
It's 6 p.m, and with just an hour to go until the kata battle, the families are feeling the pressure.
I've lost my bearings. I lose my bearings. I've lost my bearings. I really have.
You're missing out a lot of stuff.
Was I missing out?
Well, everyone except for Joe and Phoebe, that is. The favourites are nowhere to be seen.
Joe and Phoebe! Phoebes!
They're the only ones that pair with a double yellow belt. Yeah, so they think they've won, so that's why they can sleep. But they're in for a bit of a shock because there's other people here that are very competitive. They sit back on their balls like the tortoise and the hare who won the race. Yeah, the tortoise.
Pressure, pushing down on me, pressing down on you. No man has fallen under pressure.
With 15 minutes before they leave for the battle, tensions in the group are rising. Oh, and so are Joe and Phoebe.
Pressure.
Phoebe seems to think we've done enough. I do remember all the moves. It's just a case of whether we can do it in sync.
As the sun sets over Okinawa, the moment has finally arrived. It's time for the ultimate karate duel, the kata battle.
You all came here for a reason, to spend time with your families. Tonight, you will not be judged on your individual ability. You'll be judged on how you perform as a team. The winner will be the family who has the most fighting spirit and shows the strongest bonds. Are you ready for the kata battle?
It's a knockout competition. Two families will be randomly picked to perform against each other. The winners will go through to a final showdown. So, who will do battle first?
Sandra, Chloe versus Paul and Jed. Will the others leave the stage? Paul and Jed, you will perform first.
Will Jed's hard work pull his dad through? Time to find out. An almost perfect display from the ballet dancer and the boxer. Next, it's Chloe and Sandra. Has Chloe done enough to help her mum perfect the routine?
Hey! Hajime!
They made it through the routine, but who will get through to the final? Will the senseis vote red for Chloe and Sandra, or white for Paul and Jed?
Shiro, coach!
Paul and Jed are through, 2 votes to 1.
Mum did know the cards and we practiced it so much, and it just didn't go very good.
I think I went wrong because I was very, very nervous. Felt a lot of pressure on me.
I didn't put any pressure on you there.
No, but that's how I am. That's how I felt, interpret things.
So, who will meet Paul and Jed in the final? Mark and Mikey? Or the only family to both get yellow belts, Joe and Phoebe?
Hajime!
Yay!
A very tight performance. That's going to be tough to beat.
Mark and Mikey, you're next.
Mark and Mikey have only just discovered they make a good team. But will it show now?
Kyotsuke! Hajime!
Hey!
Mark was clearly out of time. Surely the senseis won't miss that. Will they vote white for Joe and Phoebe, or red for Mikey and Mark?
Shiro, catch!
Joe and Phoebe are in the final, 2 votes to 1.
Go on, Dad.
I think our bonding's back to square one, isn't it, Mikey?
No?
You're rather cross with me. I kind of did my best, but it wasn't good enough, unfortunately.
Paul and Jed, Joe and Phoebe, return to the stage for the final.
This is it, the final of the kata battle. Whoever shows they have the strongest bond will become lifelong members of the Grandmaster's Dojo. An amazing honour.
Paul and Jed, you're first.
The dancer and the boxer have come a long way. Do they have the closest bond, or will they fall at the final hurdle?
I'll come out here thinking I'll have to look after him, and he's been the solidest one out of the pair of us.
But we found out a lot about each other that we didn't know about each other. I love my dad loads.
撃退第一用意始め
Another solid performance. But will it be enough to beat the favourites, Joe and Phoebe?
I think Phoebe and myself are stronger together now. I feel I understand Phoebe better than I did before.
My dad does understand that he needs to be responsible at times, and sometimes he's got to be serious.
撃祭第一用意始め
So who showed the greatest connection? Which family makes the best team? Was it Paul and Jed, the Whites? Or Joe and Phoebe, the Reds? Only one pair will be crowned champions of the Kata battle.
Coach!
It's a whitewash.
Congratulations, Paul and Jed. You are the winning family. Stand up. You showed the most fighting spirit, and clearly you have the strongest bond. All the others join the stage.
I had to win something for him because I was struggling really not to getting anything.
But my dad's feel like he's let me down the whole journey, but he hasn't.
It was the first time we've ever done something together and worked as a team, innit?
Yeah, first time.
And
And hopefully not last.
Congratulations, Paul and Jed. おめでとう。本当おめでとう。よかったね。ね、これはね、私からスペシャルアワードでね。
For working so hard and showing they make a great team, the Grandmaster wants to award them with a prize that's close to his heart, one of his very own Champions medals.
こうと見せてってキャメラで。よかったね。
This medal means you are lifelong members of Sensei's dojo. Your names will be written and hung on the dojo wall for eternity.
マイキー、どうぞ。
But Paul and Jed aren't the only ones going home with a medal.
はい、マイキー、コングラチュエーション。よかったね。あ、よかった。
Mikey has gone from bottom of the class to star pupil, and the Grandmaster is obviously impressed.
You have received this award because your attitude has changed the most on this journey. Good job. Congratulations. Use what you've learned in karate and apply it to your everyday life. Remember, respect each other, be humble in victory, and courageous in defeat. Tots, never give up.
For our families, it's been the most amazing 3 weeks of their lives. They've achieved a level of karate that usually takes months. But more importantly, their relationships have been transformed. Chloe thought her mum was dull, but Sandra has proved her wrong.
This journey to Japan has showed me that there is a lot more to know about my mum.
I wanted her to see that I am a human being, not just her mother, but a real human being.
Mum can be fun, she can laugh. I'm really happy that I came here, and I wish I could do it all over again.
Phoebe thought her dad was a big kid, but Joe has shown that he is a responsible father.
I feel I understand Phoebe better than I did before. I feel I'm a dad, but in an understated way.
I'm really proud of my dad because he's been working really, really hard. He does understand that he can't always joke around, sometimes he's got to be serious.
Mikey hardly knew his dad, but spending this time together has started to make up for the years they've lost.
I didn't see him much, and yeah, I was arguing a lot with him, but this trip's changed that completely.
Got a much better bond together. We feel much more like a father and son, really, as opposed to just being two separate people. I think this is a real opportunity to start afresh and really focus on trying to be a much better dad to Mikey. He does really like us to be really close together, and I really don't want that to. I really don't want that to sort of slip away.
And Paul and Jed? Well, the boxer and the ballet dancer have gone from chalk and cheese to the best of friends.
I've loved learning loads about my dad, and finally we have a thing to do together.
It's something that only comes once along in a lifetime, and I think we've grabbed it with both hands. We've given it everything we can, and we've savoured every moment.
It is life-changing for me and my dad to have such a strong bond in such a short time.
I couldn't wish for a better kid, to be honest. I wouldn't change him for the world.
Relationships aren't easy. People don't always get on. But what our families have realised is that you can overcome almost anything with a little fighting spirit.
Life is a battle, and if you keep fighting spirit inside you, you can achieve anything you want.
I think fighting spirit is thinking about others and respecting others, and don't think about yourself all the time. Think about other people around you.
Well, Joe, yes.
I think I'm more humble. I'm very patient, and that's what the experience taught me.
I kept thinking, oh, my dad's got to change on this trip because it's him who's doing it wrong. But in fact, sometimes it was me in the wrong all the time.
I've gone back to school, and my dad's gone back to work, but my dad's been coming to pick me up from dancing. We spend a lot of time together.
Now I've started karate in England, I've decided I'll never find a teacher as good as the Grandmaster there. Her tots never give up.
This is about real talent, real passion.
It's just so free when you're dancing.
Real dedication.
Motivation, commitment, let's do it, guys.
And sheer hard work.
I'm not here to be second best, I'm here to be the best, you know what I'm saying?
This is about the stars of tomorrow.
It's got to be sharp, guys.
And all the highs and lows of today.
Just want to be the best.
School for Stars, a brand new series, Mondays at 5:45 on the CBBC channel.